Hello, good morning. Happy New Year. Wish you a lot of happiness and may this new year bring in new beginnings, new achievements, new goals, and lots of inspiration. I am Mantra, and you're watching our Sunday live discussion session where we invite authors and people from the literary field to have a candid discussion about their literary work. Our guest for today is Megha Bajaj. She is an entrepreneur, mentor, script writer, a speaker, and also a published author of 4 books. Today we are going to hear from her about her latest book, Breakthrough: 11 Trailblazers and One Movement. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever wondered why only a few handful people are successful in their life? Or that only even fewer people are successful and happy and content in their life. Uh, Megha Bajaj, in her latest book, Breakthrough: 11 Trailblazers and One Movement, I'm sorry, I'm goofing up, has tried to discover and present 11 individuals who are who possess this ability to turn around an ordinary event into a breakthrough. Each of these individuals are not only successful but also happy and content in their life. What is that one force, one magical or secret force that pushes these people towards the top? Who are these 11 trailblazers and what makes them who they are? Megha Bajaj has tried to answer all these questions in her latest book. And I think without wasting further time, let me invite her to join the session, and then we'll continue the discussion and know more about her as well as the 11 trailblazers that she's talking about in her book. So just hold on and let me send her a request to join me now. So, and thank you for joining in, by the way. Um, if you have any questions, anything. Hi, Megha. Good morning.
Happy morning, Antara. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for joining me. You look lovely, gorgeous.
Thank you so much, Antara. Sunday early morning only you could have got me out and about to do this.
Out. Yes, absolutely. What an
And
inspirational way to start.
I want to thank Balaji and Raju, two of my friends. I didn't expect anyone to join in this early on a Sunday morning. Happy morning, Raju. Thank you so much for being here. And Antara,
Hi, Raju. Yes.
I have to tell you before you begin anything, I love my secret bookshelf. I love the work you do.
Wow.
I think you bring so
Thank you
much
so much.
genuinity and so much love to what you do. I mean, whatever I've interacted with you so far, I have loved being with you. So thank you for the wonderful work being done by you.
Thank you so much. It means so much. And yes, of course, this is my secret bookshelf is something that I eat, sleep, and breathe. So this is what all I am about. So it means a lot when somebody says and appreciates. So thank you so much. So Megha, I know you did an interesting thing while compiling and putting this book together, Breakthrough: 11 Trailblazers and One Movement. You went on a journey and you met these people, and not only that, you stayed and spent days, couple of days with them to know them more. What I'm more intrigued to know is that how many people you had to meet to finally narrow down to these 11 trailblazers,
Um,
or you already you or already you knew from the onset that yes, these are the 11 people that I know and I'm going to meet them.
So it was really strange, Antara, but I follow my intuition a lot, and I kind of intuitively knew the kind of people I wanted to, interview. And it was amazing because
Okay.
when you got the first five, they recommended a few more, and then they spoke about a few more, and that's how the circle kind of kept growing. So it was phenomenal, but I had to actually only meet about 18 people, of which 11 I chose.
Okay.
So it wasn't,
Okay.
it wasn't a very tough search or something like that. It was more like I kind of went a very different route for this book. I just remained in silence, okay, and I kept waiting for my inner voice to speak to me. And I waited for some intuition to guide me as to who the next person would be.
Hmm.
So even though there were people who met, say, all the criterias, for some reason I never got in touch with them. And there were some people
Hmm.
who
Hmm.
probably didn't meet all the things that I was looking for to feature, but it felt intuitively right. And they find themselves in the
Hmm.
book. So I have really listened to my soul nod over here, and I think it's been a great decision. I mean, 1 year through, and I love the kind of people I've chosen. They're such wonderful people.
And I have always seen the more you follow your heart, your intuitions, it turns out to be more correct and right. So yes, I think that was a smart way to go about it. So
Yeah.
how long did it take for you to meet these 18 people? Like, what was the duration?
So I kind of began this book. I mean, I kind of thought of going ahead with this book sometime in May 2019. And that's
Okay.
when I started mailing a few people. And most people were so excited. They were like, oh, wow, if you want to write about us, why? I mean, that's an honor for us. Because they've known
Hmm,
me,
hmm, hmm.
they've
Right,
been reading me. So it wasn't like a lot of them were not new people. They did know me from before. So it was,
right.
yeah. So 2019, it took me about a year to do the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, to interview them, meet them in their
Hmm,
houses,
hmm.
and they had to make life beautiful for me. So they all live in like different cities. So I was literally in
Right,
and
right,
out of
right.
airports, and I'm so happy. All this, you won't believe it, Antara. It was amazing. The last interview, the 11th interview I did, I came back to the airport, to the Bombay airport, and the next day there was a lockdown. So till that
Wow.
last day, I was traveling and doing all my work. And it was amazing. I mean, I literally felt like life waited to have that lockdown just
Yes,
end.
yes, yes. Universe was there to, put everything in place. And I think when people are trying to do something good, nature and universe always supports and makes way. So
Literally.
I
I
think
mean, I
yes,
remember coming from
that's the
Chennai,
place.
and I was probably, and it was a late night flight, and there was some three people at the airport. And I was one of them, and I was like, what am I doing?
What's
I
going
mean,
on?
I know,
Yeah,
they lockdown. I was like, oh God, like just
right.
saved by the hair.
Right. So, and you have selected 11 people, and each one of them, I suppose, as your blurb goes, as a book blurb goes, that they have turned around an ordinary situation into a breakthrough. So, I do not want to talk about each or one of them or their breakthroughs, because I think that will give away the content of the book. So I want everyone to go and purchase and read it. But then I want to know why 11 and not 10 or 12. Like, what's so special about this number?
So the reason is that I have a guru called Mahatria, and I love this question. No
Okay.
one's asked me this question before. I think I'm doing my maybe 31st interview, and nobody has asked me why 11 only. So I'm happy you have. So I follow my guru called Mahatria, and he came up with his entire path on 11
Okay.
11 2011. So the path
Okay.
was formed.
Okay, I think we have lost you for a moment. But that is Megha Bajaj trying to tell us why it's 11 and not 10, 12 about her book Breakthrough 11 Trailblazers, One Movement, where she is presenting 11 people who are unique and uniquely successful as well as happy content about their life. And Megha has, I think she's facing some issues and she has left. I'll just send her another um request to join in, and that's how the live sessions goes on. But I think I'm really great that you guys are
Yeah,
joining.
sorry.
Yeah. So we lost you for a moment.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
I had a network issue. So what I was
yeah.
telling you is that yeah, so why the number 11? You know, why not 10 or 12 or whatever? So 11 has been very sacred to my heart because my guru
Hmm.
founded his organization called Infinitism on that day, 11 two
Okay.
thousand 11. So I was very
2011.
keen
Okay.
that
All
we
right.
do something around the number 11. And 11 seems
Hmm.
like such a great number because it would give me the right number of people, the right number of
Hmm.
pages to work around. And 11
Hmm.
just played a very significant role. Like my birthday is on 17/11, which is November. My anniversary is on 11/02, which is 11th Feb. So 11 has somehow always been an integral part of my life. And it's a number that I hold dear to my life. So that's the reason we did it like that.
And it seems just right, not too many, not too less. Like it's
Right.
very unique. And also, I before I asked you a question, I thought that it has something to do with the angel number 11. People say that when you see 11 11, so it means that angels, your guiding angels are around you. So I thought maybe it's something related to that, but then it's I think it's more personal. So thanks for sharing that, Megha.
Thank
So
you. Yeah, and 11 happens to be a very sacred number spiritually.
okay,
In every possible way, 11 is considered to be a
okay,
very special number. Like Sachin Tendulkar
okay.
did his first batting, like he got into cricket when he was 11. And apparently, they've
Okay.
done some research, and a lot of 11s have been lucky for people. So I was like, okay, let's go with it.
11. Right, great. So, I also wanted to ask you this, like you have met these 11 people. Were you able to find out any similar pattern that separates these trailblazers from the rest of the crowd?
I don't know about them separating from the rest of the crowd because I mean,
Okay.
there are huge populations. I don't know how people are, but I found, as
Hmm.
I began writing their stories, Antara, I realized that there are a lot of amazing traits in all 11 of them. Things that they all seem to follow. Some of them knew each other,
Hmm.
some of them didn't, but they all followed
Hmm.
this particular traits that had made them into these breakthrough believers, that had kind of set them
Hmm.
apart and made them into these, like each of them are basically people who we all admire, people who the world looks up to in a lot of ways,
Hmm.
extremely looked up to people. So it was nice to know that there were three key things that all 11 of them
Hmm.
followed. Okay. So if I have to
Hmm. Hmm.
summarize it in a nutshell, I mean, for the rest, please read
Hmm.
the book. But one is
Yes,
that,
absolutely.
yes, one is that they have this tremendous self belief. I found that
Hmm.
no matter where they were thrown in life, I mean, and they were
Hmm.
put in some really tough situations. I mean, where most people would falter or most people would fall. Each of these 11 found themselves at various points of time in really challenging situations. And it is sheer self belief, that kind of got them out of it. So, one thing I realize is a must no matter
Hmm.
where you go or what you become in life is self belief. So, that was one.
Hmm.
The second thing was beautiful to realize. We always talk about like stories which are rags to riches or people who suddenly
Right.
found success or work their
Hmm.
way
Hmm.
through. But what I found in all 11 of them, the money, all that success, career path was amazing. But what really made a world of a difference is that they have beautiful relationships. Each of these 11 have a very, very stable family life. Okay.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
very great supporting spouses who they consider more as their best friend than,
Hmm.
maybe even a spouse. And I think that's
Hmm.
made a very big difference because I'm realizing this in my life. I mean, especially after breakthrough, suddenly There's so many people who want me to write their books, and a lot of things that I didn't know of is coming my way in a big way. And you know what keeps you grounded and what keeps you really real and rooted is your family. So the second thing I noticed, which was similar in all 11 of them, is very stable family life, which had been built
Right.
over time through a lot of love and communication. So that played a role. Family life played a role in their professional life, is what I realized. So that was the second thing. The third incredible thing I saw is that each of these 11 meditate. Okay, so they have different ways of doing it. Each one has a very unique form. So for some, they may be going trekking. For some, they may be just sitting in silence. For some, they may be listening to music. For some, they may be going for a spiritual retreat. But non-doing or the connect with something higher is a part of all 11 of them. And I think that's another factor that kind of keeps them going, because to reach where they've reached, they faced tremendous things in life. And what's kept them going is these things: self-belief, their family life, and their faith in something beyond, which is like non-doing meditation. That's the regular practice. So that's what I realized.
Great. So I think I agree, and I would like to share from my experience when you say about family and support system. I think that there have been many instances when I was able to take few decisions which were a bit unconventional, only because I had a strong support system, right? Because I knew that I can fall back upon my family or my parents or on my parents or on my friends. So I think it's very important to understand, and it's always mutual. Tali do haath se bachti hai. So it cannot be like, oh, I have. You also have to be their support system. You also have to give and be their support and their like have their back. So I totally agree. And your third point where you say that understanding or looking for something beyond, I think yes, absolutely. Having a faith, uh, that sliver of hope, I think it gives you that hope that yes, yes, I'm on the right track and I'm trying to do something correct. So yes, absolutely, I agree. Great, Megha. So something to think and ponder upon. I'm just having my thoughts go all around. Are there any lines, like, if would you like to read anything for us? Like, I can see so many of your friends and my friends are saying hi to us. So would you like to
Yes,
read anything for us?
sure. I will just give me a second. I'll organize for a
Sure.
book. Then, do you want to just
Okay.
ask me the next question?
Yes, sure. Why not? So
Yeah.
I know you have a talk show as well, I think, and it's called Wow Talks. So I would like to know about where.
Yes, about wow, right?
Hello, are we back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm here. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
all right.
Yeah. So you would wow talks. There.
Right, right. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, I think
Am
now
I
we're good.
audible? Okay.
Yeah. So you were
Okay, I
asking.
can see and hear you.
Okay, great. So first, I got a book, so let me just read something out
Okay,
from a book. Yeah.
sure.
So Antara, this is about a guy called Guru Prasad Makam, okay, who
Right, right.
was a gunda. Okay, in every
Yes,
possible.
I read that review on Amazon. I think he's one of his classmates had said. I was thinking of asking.
So I'm not able hear you. Are you able to hear me? You able to hear me?
I think we just got back. I think our network is back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, um, yes. So there is this guy called Guru Prasad Makam, who we lovingly have rechristened as Gunda. Okay, and I mean, he is this notorious fellow who will do, you know, we, and he is today one of India's top 20 chartered accountancy firms owner. Okay, but during his childhood, he was like crazy, naughty, literally a gunda in every possible way. Not able to see you or hear you. Are you able to see me and hear me? Can I ask the viewers if you can see me and hear me?
I can see you and hear you. You are
Okay.
audible. I am not sure. Okay.
Yeah, for some
So we
reason,
can continue. I heard everything.
Sure. Okay, so I'm just going to read out a small part from his story, okay, which is hilarious. So, we have heard the word aggressive being used for children. It usually involves them hitting or biting others. Ever heard of the word super aggressive? Well, I just made it up, for I do not know what else would suit Guru. One of those days when he was all of 6, he was he was coming from school when honked someone honked and when someone honked on the road. Little Guru chose to ignore him. But no, the man was just not letting go. Honk, honk, honk. Guru had had enough. He took his catapult and broke the windows of the ambassador car and then ran home and hid under the bed. The driver was stunned and came searching for the little mad fellow and said to his father, "You better pay for the damage your son has caused." The father told him he would do so the next morning. Guru got a good thrashing for what he did, and while it did leave a few bruises on his body, it further flamed the notorious soul. The next day, when the driver came to claim the money for the new glass, the father paid and requested him to drop Guru to school. The small Gunda got in the car while the driver kept glancing sideways. He didn't trust this two-footer. As they reached school, Guru saw a few of his classmates loitering near the gate. A perfect chance to show off who the boss is. He told the driver, "Come and open the door for me." The driver smirked and said, "As if, you brat. I have done you a favor by getting you to school. Just get out." With a glint in his eyes, the small 6-year-old said to him, "If you don't, I will." The driver immediately scurried out and opened the door so the little emperor could grace his subjects. The driver hoped their paths would never cross again as he drove away from school, muttering a prayer under his breath. So this is just a very small part of how the story unfolds, and it's a beautiful. It's just one of the many stories, but it's just so amazing the way the whole thing unfolds, and it's been a journey for everybody reading it. The most interesting part has been, Antara, everybody tells me that when they read this book, they're actually feeling that they're watching a movie and not just seeing a book. You know, so that makes me even happier than ever before.
Right.
Yeah.
So I will, so maybe you can take care of your things, and meanwhile, I'll just take the opportunity to inform whoever are watching us that all of Megha's books are available on Amazon as well as on Flipkart and other e-commerce websites. And I think Breakthrough is available in paperback as well as in Kindle format. So don't wait, hurry up and go and get yourself a copy of Breakthrough, and you'll be able to relate and understand what we are talking about. Megha, so I had already asked you about Wow Talks. I know you have a talk show, and I just want to know what it is all about and what is this Wow, and where can we watch it?
Sure. Antara, so Wow Talks is, it stands for Wonder of Words. That's what Wow is all
Okay,
about. And
okay,
Wow happens to be my page. I mean, it's my Facebook page, and it's also
okay,
the
okay,
name of my company through which I do a lot of work around writing.
okay,
And
okay.
so one of those days in April, I think I got up and I was
Hmm.
inundated with messages on coronavirus. And I was like, oh my
Hmm.
God, if I read one more message, it's going to be
Hmm.
too much. And
Right.
I keep myself very light in the mind. I like to keep myself very like a flow, and I don't like to get too involved in anything that's negative. I'll get to know how much I need to know, and the rest I'll leave it for the world. So
Yes, to
I
sort out. Right.
yeah, and I didn't want to know like of numbers and counts, and it was like really terrifying at one point. And I got a call from my neighbor saying, I'm going through a panic attack, Megha. You're always very calm and cool. Can you help us? This, that. Somehow all of
Hmm.
this kind of led me to realize that why not begin a talk show? Okay, on my
Hmm.
Facebook page, which has about 26,000 followers, why not start
Hmm. Hmm.
something which would spread cheer and not fear? You know,
Hmm.
so the whole idea was that
Right.
let's make people happy. Let's have at least that 1 hour every Wednesday. So it's called like Wow Talks, Wow Wednesday. Everything happens around Wednesday.
Okay.
So I was like, let's at least have
Okay.
that
All right.
1 hour where people are just connecting, and I invite a lot of
Hmm.
inspiring people. People who have done
Hmm.
something amazing in their life. Of course, each of these 11 breakthrough believers have been a part of the talk show. So I
Okay.
invite
Okay.
them and I get them to just talk about their life. So the tagline itself is real people, real emotions, and real inspiration. So it
Hmm.
began as
Right.
just something fun that I was doing to more than anything connect with people. I think we were like so deprived of human contact. So I was like, let me just try something. But over
Right.
6 months, it grew into something phenomenal. And I mean, last year alone, more than about 500,000 people have viewed the show and across many, many
Okay.
countries. So it ended up becoming something really significant, and I was happy for that. But that's what Wow Talks is all about. And Wow stands for Wonder of Words. Because that's what I'm all about,
Wonder of
right?
food.
Wondering,
Okay.
wondering and words are a very important
Right.
part of my life.
So we can watch your talk show every Wednesday on your uh, Facebook page, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
I
So
hope I
my
got that correct.
Facebook
Okay. All right.
post, yeah, which is Wow Wonder of
Mhm.
Words, and 5 to 6 p.m. So
Okay.
like this
5 to 6.
Wednesday, I've invited Vikram Hazra. So it's going to be a beautiful
Okay.
musical evening and lot of things. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think I'll take a moment to read out some of the comments that we are receiving.
So,
There is someone who is also asking why 11. So Megha has already answered that. So maybe you can go back to our IGTV and watch it. Um, so I'll just read out some
hi,
of the comments
hi,
we have.
author Aku.
This,
Author Aku and I go back a long way. I don't even know if it's a he
oh,
or a
okay,
she, but they ask a lot of questions and I enjoy interacting with him or her.
great. There is someone called Khetalip Ketalip Thakkar, I think she or he is saying love you, Megha ma'am. And then there
Thank you,
is
Kithali.
Jiganshu, who is an author, and she's saying congratulations, Megha. And then there is Raju, who is your friend. He is also pointing out self-belief, relationship, and higher energy. So I think we have all learned that today. Look forward to read the book that is Word Trail. Beautiful question and lovely answer for Unique 11. And yes, so yes, that is it. Uh, if any one of you who are watching have any questions or anything to add to our discussion, just drop into the comment section. I'll read them out. So, Megha, let's move to our next question quickly. I think we have only, the session allows only 60 minutes, and we are halfway through. So I have few more questions to ask you. I know, Megha, you are also a mentor. You mentor a lot many aspiring writers and authors. So why don't you tell us more about that, and also how, if anyone wants to enroll to these workshops, then how can that person enroll?
In fact,
So would
two of
like
the
to know that.
people who are a part of it, like Raju's wife, Vishnu Priya, is doing my course.
Okay,
And I just saw Dolly Agarwal
okay,
join in. So Dolly is a wow.
okay.
I would love for you both to also share your experiences. Let it not be
Yes, please do
me.
that.
Yes. And so well, wow. I mean, this was amazing, Antara. This happened about 10 years ago.
Okay.
I knew myself as an author and I was writing
Mhm.
extensively for a lot of magazines, newspapers, books, things like that. And people around me started telling me that, hey, you know what? We really admire writing. So can we please have, can you teach us to write? Is it that you were born
Mhm.
writing or is it something that can be learned? To be honest, I
Right.
haven't thought of it because I was writing, it came to me as naturally as breathing. So I wasn't sure how
Mhm.
to answer to that. But I'm a person where, like I told you, I am very open to life. So if so many people are asking me, I felt that maybe there's something to it. Or even Balaji says hi, and Balaji and his daughter both are a part of. Wow, Balaji, why don't you
Okay.
write in the comments part a few things about Wow that maybe you could share with the people. So anyway, and
Yes.
so since so many people were asking me that, can you teach us writing? I one morning got up and very randomly wrote,
Hmm.
on Facebook saying, guys, planning on taking a few people, teaching them how to write online. So if interested, mail me. And I pretty much forgot all about it, Antara. Went about my day as always. And I came back in the night and suddenly I saw there were
Hmm.
36 emails in my mailbox. Okay.
Wow.
And it is like not 36 mails, but from across the globe. So like somebody from New York, somebody from Dubai, somebody from here, and I was like, "Who? What's happening?" I
What?
mean, I know,
Yeah,
and that's what made me realize, Antara, that there's so many people who have a thirst to express. They want to write. They
exactly.
want to share their story. They want to talk about things that make a difference to them. And I think I was able to just be that facilitator who helped them. And ever since,
Hmm.
until
Hmm.
it's been a journey. I mean, I know you write and I know you read. So I'm sure you relate that in a day we go through so many thoughts, emotions, insights. Imagine being able to put it all, you know, if we let it be, it will just pass us by. But if we capture it and we pin it to a paper, suddenly it has a new life and it can go to so many more people and turn their lives around. So that's what I realized was the power of writing. And some of
Hmm.
the cases I've had, I mean, Balaji is here. I must tell you, he's a corporate guy from Dubai.
Okay.
Totally corporate. I mean, when you look at him also, he's that suited, booted, smart, well built guy. And when you see him writing about the softer things, he wrote this beautiful article called My Bundle of Joy about his daughter, which actually ended up getting published in an international magazine. So,
Okay.
when you see this corporate guy exploring the softer side of him,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's so
Hmm.
beautiful because he wouldn't have probably known that it exists, or
Right.
even if he knew it exists, it wouldn't have found expression, unless someone chooses to do courses like this. Another beautiful example I must give you, Antara, is of a 65-year-old in my building. She stays in my apartment itself, and she had just had an angioplasty. And she
Okay.
and doctors told her that, okay, you're 65, you've just had this. Now your life is more
Hmm.
about like expressions and, I mean, you just be. Basically, there's nothing more to
Hmm.
life.
Hmm.
That's the kind of thing. She happened to meet me
Sure.
on a walk and she said that I really have a passion for writing, but, I've gone through this and I'm so old.
Hmm.
Do you think I can write? I said, you just come, let's
Hmm.
explore. We went on an exploration. Will you believe it? This lady, Antara, is now she's authored a book called The Lyrical Rhythms of My Heart, which was also an Amazon bestseller for some time. After that, she went on to write another book, and she's winning awards like the Rising Star Award, this award, that award, every possible literary award she wins because,
Wow.
yeah, and all because she realized that, hey, 65 and angioplasty doesn't mean the end of the road. Let me just have fun and
Absolutely.
enjoy myself.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and
Yes. Absolutely.
every time I meet her, like I'll be walking, she'll be walking from far, she'll be like, third book, fourth book, working on the third book. She's like full of life and it's just amazing.
That's really great. You are doing such a wonderful job, and all my heart goes out to you. I would like to share two things here. One is I am very bad at writing, and I am more of a a verbal person. Like for me, in order to write, maybe 300 words will take me 6 to 7 days. I cannot write, and I admire. Writers. I admire authors so much, only because I understand that it's so difficult to express in words. Like if it is a visual form of art, it's very easy to express or make things understandable. But when you are writing, it's very difficult to make people understand what uh, you are exactly trying to explain or let them know. So I totally get it, and I understand how difficult a job it is. But then I think you are polishing diamonds, and I think
But
that's
I
a
must,
wonderful.
I must add, everybody who's come to WOW, almost everybody, has always said that we can't write. I don't know how to write. We like writing, we want to write, but we don't know how to. So, I mean, I personally am going to send you one session just as my gift. See how, I mean, it opens up a whole new world, especially if you're already a reader, someone who's so in love with the words in any case, you're going to find so much of yourself through that. So I want to give this one session to you at least. And
It's
let's
like
see.
like if I need to write something, I'll be like in an anxiety phase, in a like, oh my God, I need to write, and then I'll be calling up my content writers, like, I need to write. Can you please suggest? I am not very, but then I'll definitely look forward to that session of yours,
Sure.
and let's see if there is a hidden writer in me.
Oh, there's a
So,
hidden writer in all of us. It's just a matter of
wow.
finding and discovering it. So yeah, and
Wow.
so many people who said we don't know if we can write are today writing for Chicken Soup for the Soul, Reader's Digest, Hindu, and all of them began with I don't think we can write. So in fact, the registration form of WOW says the journey to a million words begins with one. Come, that's it.
That's it. Right. Great. So, how can one enroll to these programs? Like, where can one find the information of the workshops? Are these workshops online
Yes.
or in group, individual session?
No, so they're completely customized because I feel that there wouldn't be a writer is such a unique creature, right? Like the way you write, the way
Hmm.
I write,
Hmm.
the way you think, I think would be so different. So I didn't want to do it in a group. I wanted to do it individually. And
Hmm.
it is, you can just, log on to you can log on to my website, which is meghabajajwow.com,
Okay.
or you
Okay.
could email
Okay.
me at info@wonderofwords.org.
Okay. All right, great. So I think there are a few comments,
Yeah.
and they are all maybe wow people. So they're writing can be developed by anyone at any time, but storytelling and creation is a gift. That's correct.
Yes.
And there is wow is a breakthrough. It removes the unwanted stuff and makes soul lighter.
That's such
Wow,
a
that's
beautiful thing to say.
yes, that's really heavy. I wish to express myself through words as well, and that is Seeker of Books. So I think you can visit, in this case, you can visit Megha's website, and there will be the information. I will also share this information after the session ends on our story, so you can also go through our story to figure out the details. Wow has inspired me so much and helped me to discover myself. That is Tiger Bala.
Thank you so
Raju
much.
is saying it is a wonderful journey with you, Megha. We can discover the inner self and find our own hidden thing. Uh, and then there is again author Aku who is asking any spiritual characters in your book. So maybe you would like to
I
answer
would
that.
I would say all the 11 are extremely spiritual because when you see the way that they are going about their life, be it their health, be it their wealth, be it their relationships, or be it their spiritual alignment, they're all people who are constantly seeking. So, to me, a person who's spiritual is someone who's constantly striving to better themselves, better their
Hmm.
lives,
Hmm.
and keep growing in kind of love, compassion, excellence. In fact, I would like to say here one thing that to me, doing your work well and being very successful is also a mark of spirituality because not everybody who gets into business does really well. Not everybody
Hmm.
who
Hmm.
does something reaches to the greatest height. So I feel that
Absolutely.
I feel businessmen or women are highly spiritual as well because, especially if they're running an ethical organization and doing things right, growing the right way,
Hmm.
they're
Hmm.
very spiritual. So I would really want to say that all 11 of them are highly spiritual. And what makes them all stand apart is that they all have a guru, okay, who they follow, who has impacted their life in a significant way. So, for any of you who love miracles and magic and reading about spiritual laws, you're going to find a lot of that in Breakthrough because it's all about how their ordinary life became something so extraordinary by applying a few simple laws of life.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Right. Right.
it's not that oh suddenly they were blessed. No, it's about what
Hmm.
inner paradigm shifts they went through and what it
Hmm. Hmm.
ultimately resulted in their life. So it's pretty phenomenal, and I would like to say, Aku, that all 11 are extremely spiritual, and I would like to believe so am I. So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And I have also seen, Megha, that there are people who are talented and who believe in themselves, and I have seen them that they keep on practicing and preparing themselves for the right moment. They are not sulking or sitting and waiting. Okay, oh, bhai, give me that moment, then I will go and I'll practice and do it. But then they are preparing. They know that I will get that break. I will be able to break through. So they are constantly preparing and practicing and trying to make themselves better. So I think yes, of course they understand themselves, and there is this spirituality and this that connection within yourself as well as the higher being. So yes, absolutely.
True.
Megha, you have also written three other books, if I have not mistaken.
Yeah.
One is I Inspire, Thank You, and Cancer. So would you like to share a bit
Yeah.
about these books as well?
So I've written three other books called Thank You Cancer, I Inspire, and Happiness in the Age of Ambition.
Okay.
All these three books, again, to tell you the truth, they're all very spiritual in their nature because Antara, I'm fascinated by human stories. I'm fascinated
Okay.
by thought processes because I always feel that I am living my life a certain way. Okay. Can I understand? Can I learn in from someone else and pace my
Hmm.
growth like to the next level? Can I? Because
Hmm. Hmm.
it's just a thought away, right? Like this talk itself for somebody could be,
Hmm.
they'll take that one point and it could be a turning point, right? So
Right. Absolutely. I agree. Yes.
so it takes only one thought to change your life forever. So I like to
Yes. Yes.
surround myself with people who are inspiring, people who are successful, people who are happy, people who are peaceful, people who are loving, because I feel that being with them, I keep rubbing myself on them and they keep rubbing themselves
Hmm.
on me.
Hmm.
So we learn a lot with each other. And I
Hmm. Hmm.
I So basically, each of these 5 books, surprisingly 4, and the 5th one's going to come soon, they're all on people, thought processes, spirituality, laws of life. And my entire
Mm.
aim is that when you read it, can you pace your growth? Because right now, as we sit, I'm sure, Antara, there are challenges in your life, there are challenges in my life. Okay. But how long do we take to deal out of that challenge to transition
Right.
towards something
Yes,
okay
yes.
is what sets the winners apart. So can we pace up our growth? Can we do it in a fun way? So I don't like books which preach and which say you should do
Absolutely.
this, you
Yes.
should do that. I want to simply read your story and find my own inspiration in it. So which
Yes,
is what
absolutely. And
I've
figure
done.
out whether it works for me or not.
Yeah, like out of these 11,
Mm.
there may be 3 things that will touch you, and immediately change
Mm.
your thought process, and that's what I want. And the incredible thing about breakthrough, I mean, here I would like Raju to share his experience in the comments if he doesn't mind. It's amazing, but readers across the globe are telling me that when they read the breakthrough, the energy has been such, Antara, that they find a breakthrough. In some area of their life that they are looking for a breakthrough, they just find it. I mean, because I'm sure you believe in it too, that positive energy is there. And, when you find
Mm.
a way to kind of tap into it, it works for you. So
Yes,
that
yes,
is
yes, absolutely.
yeah, that has been phenomenal because see these 11 people, the average age is about 50. Okay. So that
Mm.
means
Mm. Mm.
this book itself contains 550 years of wisdom. Okay. Of things going right,
Absolutely.
decisions being made, options being taken that can make so much of a big difference in anyone's life. Right. So that's what I felt is what, the breakthrough's been doing for people. Yeah.
And it's that moment which assures you that everything will turn out correct or right for you. I think when you are with experienced or matured people, you will realize that yes, things are going to turn out right. I think that is what this book is doing. That is why it is inspiring people, because sometimes we think that oh, I might be the only person who is going through this, but then when you
True.
come across others who have also experienced similar things, but then they have turned it around. So of course, you also try to do that, and I think it's
Absolutely.
inspiring in
I
itself.
see the fact that someone has climbed Mount Everest, okay?
Mm,
Tell me that
mm,
I can. I may choose to or I
mm.
may not choose to. But at least I
Yes,
know
yes,
that it's a possibility. So seeing all these lives, I'm just open up to the potential of human beings, which is immense and incredible.
yes, 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 absolutely. And I don't know whether I should share it or not, but then since we are talking about that spiritual and the positivity and maybe laws of the universe, I have seen color of flowers changing just because the person did not like that particular color in front of my eyes. So I totally believe in laws of attraction or manifestation or whatever we call it, but I totally believe in it, that. And I think that's very important, to be humble and accept that there is a higher energy, which is always there. So yes, absolutely. So,
True.
Megha, next, I'm just hurrying up because we are running out of time
Yes.
and we have just 10 minutes left before the session ends automatically. But then this is my favorite question. We know you are a script writer, but I just want to know if we have seen any of your written work on the big screen or maybe the OTT screen or the small screen.
Also, not so
Or,
far, Antara. I have
okay,
actually scripted like just a birthday video which got made into a small
okay.
movie for someone. So only that so far has already been released. I do have offers from a very prominent production house, and I feel very humbled and blessed that in a world where people are fighting for opportunities, so much good is coming my
Hmm,
way. I really feel very humbled about
absolutely.
that. It's yet to come. I think let's hope 2021 is the year. I've
Yes.
written a lot of scripts. I'm a little bit of a finicky person. I must admit to this little secret here that I'm very particular about who I work with. I believe in relationships. I believe in bonds. Like, to me, you are also not just another person. You matter. You'll be someone I'll be in touch with. So I feel that every person, when two people's lives cross, there has to be a lot of meaning added to both. You know. So
Right, absolutely.
I'm very fussy about who I work with. So there have been so many directors who've come and said that we're ready to pick up your script. There have been production houses, but I have like limited myself because see, money would not be a reason for me to work. It has to excite me. Unless it
Hmm.
excites me, I won't do anything. So I have had to say no to so many people because I'm waiting for that. I keep writing it even in my introduction. I'm waiting for my sole producer or sole director to come along. And when that connect happens, oh, there are already 3 scripts just waiting to be seen on the big screen or the small screen, however life takes its path.
Yes, absolutely. And I can't wait to, watch your work, and I'll be the first person to go and subscribe if it is on OTT, or I'll buy the ticket and go and watch it on
Thank you so
movie
much.
theaters. So I really look forward to that. So, Megha, I think it's almost end of our session. But before I say goodbye to you, I would like to know if you are working on. You have already mentioned that you are working on your next book. So, would you like to share a sneak peek into your
Okay. So like
latest?
the breakthrough is about 11 trailblazers, one movement.
Hmm.
I'm not going to give it out fully, but the next book's going to involve women and it's
Okay,
going to be a complete girls' party. It's going to be phenomenally fun. There are going to be big, bold splashes of pink, and there's going to be crazy humor coming along, and it's just going to
okay.
be it's a book that everybody should watch out for. Girls especially, and boys especially more so. If you want to know,
So that they know what to. Yes, so the boys need to know what they are up against, right? So they need to read as well. So yes,
absolutely.
I look forward to that. I love pink. So you took me there with the mention of pink.
So it's going
But
to be
yes,
crazy. I mean, the process itself is so much fun that I am like waiting. It's going to be one massive party. Okay, so please, I mean,
great.
and I'm going
So
to meet a lot
so
more of you. Let's
by when it is
let's
going to
hope
be
by
out?
the end of this year.
Ah, okay, okay, all right,
Yeah.
great. So time flies like nothing. So when you say that end of 2021, instead of saying, "Oh my God, such late," I know it will be very soon because, like last year, 2020 have just been like fused. So, yes, thanks for being here with me, Megha, and all my best wishes for breakthrough and everything and anything that is Megha Bajaj. And
Thank you so much.
thank you. And
I love
it was lovely
being with
talking to
you,
you. And
and I know this is not the last time we're talking.
absolutely, we have our call to get done with. I know I have not been able to get through that, but then we'll get back to that. And thank you so much. And you are doing such an amazing thing with your work, with your books, with your words. I truly am going to do as much as possible to spread the word. I'm going to share all this information, not only about the book, but also about your workshop and your shows with my team and all the people that I'm aware of, my book club. So, and let people get inspired and join the force. So, thank you so much,
Thank
Megha.
you so much, Ankita. You just bring so much heart to everything you do. I really love you for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Megha. And have a lovely day ahead.
You too.
Take care
Bye
and Happy
bye.
New Year.
Yes, very much so. And thank you guys for being there. Thank you, Balaji. Thank you, Raju. Thank you, Khitali, for always coming no matter what I'm doing.
Yes,
These are a few of my cheerleaders, and I just love them. Thank you, guys.
that's That's
Thank you,
great.
Akshay.
Thanks.
Actually, you've also been around for quite some time now. Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, Megha. So bye. I'll say bye to you, and I'm going to hang up now because we are
Sure.
almost like 6 minutes there. So bye. Take care, Megha.
Bye bye. See you.
So that was Megha Bajaj, the author of Breakthrough, 11 Trailblazers and One Movement. Her books, all her books, I think she has written 4 books, along with her Breakthrough is available on Amazon. So if you want to get a copy for yourself, visit Amazon now and get yourself a copy. I'll see you next Sunday with another guest. Meanwhile, why don't you go and browse through our online bookstore where we list Indian authors. We list books every alternate days, and our pricing is way lower than any other e-commerce website, including Amazon, Flipkart. So go through and browse, and maybe you will find your next favorite book. Also, remember many of these books are signed copies, author signed copies, and there are many authors who are offering a handwritten personalized note to the buyers. So don't let these opportunities, these offers go away. We are also giving out additional 20% discount coupons, so which we are sharing on our storyboard, Instagram storyboard. So so, so take a look at our storyboards for the discount coupon. Use them, avail them at the checkout, and I'll see you next Sunday. Happy reading and happy New Year. Bye.